Hello Team FD and welcome back to Winners and Losers, where we break down the latest and greatest Premier League action. Joining me in the studio, now Manchester United are in fine fettle, it's Joseph Tomlinson.
I'm back. Well,
Only turns up when United are good.
Here we go. He's been getting this gag in all morning.
Ba-dum-bum.
Absolutely pathetic. Obviously, I was on Talking Point yesterday. How have you been?
Fine.
Cheered up now Celtic didn't win at the weekend?
Happy with the draw at Ibrox, given our second half performance. Now gives us an unassailable lead at the top of the Scottish Premiership.
Old news. 56th Old Firm of the season.
How dare you sully the most special fixture in world football, but you wouldn't know. You're not a cultured man, all right?
Okay, fair enough.
But let's move on to your cultured team, Manchester United, looking very good, aren't they? Like we said, up to fourth in the table, level on points now with high-flying Newcastle. Do have a game in hand on the Magpies to boot, although have a vastly inferior goal difference. 2 points ahead of Spurs, of course, won last night. They occupy fifth. With a game in hand on the Lily Whites as well. Worth noting that Conte's men also have to play City twice in fairly quick succession as well, don't they? Plus, Chelsea drew. So what a weekend of football for Manchester United, Joseph.
And Chelsea play City tonight as well, don't they? And Liverpool lost to Brentford. Yeah, Man United are on a really good run of form right now, aren't they? I think they're finally above the 2 points per game mark, which would put us on course for 76 points this season, which is not a bad total. Obviously, it's not a league title winning total, and all this chat about Manchester United supposedly being in a league title race.
Top four.
I think he's absolutely nonsense. It's very much on for Manchester United to get in the top four, and consistency is key, especially at Old Trafford right now. I think it's 7 wins in a row at home. 4 of those have been clean sheets, and Bournemouth were kind of comfortably swept aside.
Yeah.
Over 2 goals per 90 now for Ten Hag's boys. Finally, we're scoring some goals, given the first, and he swore then, the start of the season was so bad, so bad. And, you know, we look at that goal difference you mentioned a minute ago. I think Man United have conceded 20 goals. I think 12 of them came against Man City, Brentford and Brighton in the first 3 matches of the season, or 4 matches of the season. So Man United definitely putting a little run together. Slightly favourable run of fixtures has helped us, though.
Yeah, like you said, you were defensively suspect at the start of the season, sorted that out, maybe at the cost of some attacking output, but now scoring 2 goals per night, like you said, double the 5 games prior to that. Just as well, you're putting a run together really, is you've got City, then Arsenal, back-to-back games, mid to late Jan, right? But still, players hitting form at the right time, and that is no doubt what you and other Manchester United fans want to see. Marcus Rashford, 3 goals in his last 3, taking his tally to 10 goals and assists now in 17 Premier League games. Christian Eriksen has had a flurry of assists, hasn't he? Only KDB has more now in the Premier League.
Really?
He's got 9, yeah. Garnacho registering his first league assist against Bournemouth, so filling that void left by Sancho on that left-hand side nicely and adding some physicality down that wing. He was turning Bournemouth defenders sort of a lot for the first 60 minutes, wasn't he? But it's Casemiro we want to shine a light on here, isn't it? So, Joseph, before we break down his numbers, is there anything you want to get off your chest? Because you were a little bit dubious about his signing at the start of the season. Yeah, maybe for that much money.
I was maybe less dubious about his signing and more dubious about his start. I thought, like, the first few games, I was a bit like, ooh, is he going to be able to work in this Ten Hag system as a slightly more dynamic number 6 than he's been at Real Madrid? But my God, he is unbelievable. I think he has been given nowhere near enough credit over the years for his passing ability at Real Madrid. I know that Toni Kroos and Luka Modric have been the boppers in that team, and rightly so. You know, Toni Kroos may be one of the greatest passers of the ball I've ever witnessed. Yeah. But Casemiro's passing ability is off the scale at Manchester United. He is just a one-man wrecking crew in central midfield, has totally shored up the back line, has totally reinvented the midfield, and is even contributing in forward areas. You know, assist recently, goal recently. I just can't describe how good he is. Yeah. He's absolutely insane.
He's absolutely strolling through games, isn't he? And like you said, quickly become the heart of this side. Defensive numbers through the roof, like Joe touched upon there. Top 6% of defensive midfielders in Europe's top 5 for tackles over the last 365 days. Top 1% for blocks, top 3% for clearances, top 3% for aerial duels won, which is pretty impressive considering United are averaging the 6th most possession in the Premier League at the moment. And obviously Real Madrid, some of those numbers will account for his time at Real Madrid, won't they? We're also a very ball dominant side, much more than that. I'd be surprised if they weren't averaging 60% possession. And yeah, somewhat unexpectedly, his passing numbers have been great.
So
too.
good.
Top 18% of midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues for progressive passes. Top 12% for passes attempted. And only 3 players in the United team make more passes per game. He's also creating a chance every game, which is he only did in one season at Real Madrid. His passing numbers are actually very, very similar to Eriksen's, except he's doing all that elite defensive work as well. And it is allowing Eriksen to be a little bit further up the pitch, and he can cause chaos around the opposition's box.
That's the key thing. They've built a really nice partnership because Casemiro knows where Eriksen wants to go. What Ten Hag has clearly worked on a lot is inverting his fullbacks to play alongside Casemiro. You often see Dalot come alongside him, or even Wan-Bissaka recently, Luke Shaw come into that area. That allows Eriksen to push up to the pitch and basically become a second number 10 alongside Bruno Fernandes, which is super effective, and the reason he's on 6 assists for the season. But Casemiro is creating massive chances as well. You know, the ball against Bournemouth to the back post where Martial misses that open goal header, you know, it's absolutely beautiful. The weight of it, the curl on it is just perfect. I think that Casemiro's effectively revamped the entire team in that one role, which is kind of funny because Manchester United, for how many years now, Man United fans have been saying, just sign a defensive midfielder and things will change. Please sign a defensive midfielder. You know, sign a defensive midfielder and things suddenly are getting better. But it's also largely down to, I think, Erik Ten Hag's tactical work, which has been nothing short of genius so far this season with some of the players.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we are purring over his defensive numbers, he actually wasn't at his defensive best against Bournemouth. Didn't need to be. Only 2 out of 7 ground duels won, 0 tackles in that game, but was great going forward. 50 out of 59 passes completed, around 6 passes into the final third. I think Bruno Fernandes had 7, Eriksen had 9. That's a little good indication of what you were saying, in that he's joining in with these attacking moves. 2 shots, 1 goal, 2 chances created. And that was, gave United a platform to be rampant in this fixture. 18 shots to 7, 2.3 XG to 0.6. Bournemouth were just not in this game against any point, and that contrasted quite starkly with Bournemouth's second half efforts against Chelsea, when they were beaten at Stamford Bridge, where I thought they were really good and could quite easily have got back into the game. Ryan Christie was good in this fixture. I want to give a little nod to him. But any other special mentions from this 90?
Yeah, I actually don't think it was Man United's best performance. I think it was a little bit disjointed, and Erik Ten Hag kind of spoke to that after the game about not defending and attacking as a unit. And I think David De Gea actually had to make a couple of decent saves. Slightly
spectacular.
Yeah, ones for the camera, some might say. But nevertheless, I didn't enjoy how easily we were being counter-attacked on, and I don't think Erik Ten Hag will have either. But this is a heavily rotated Manchester United backline that people are forgetting as well. 3 of those 4 players in Man United's backline aren't starters, really. You know, Varane wasn't playing, Martinez wasn't playing, Diogo Dalot wasn't playing. And these are key players for Man United. Varane and Martinez, prior to the World Cup, had formed a really formidable partnership, and we haven't seen them post-World Cup play together. So it's been really nice to pick up not only wins, but clean sheets as well, without your 2 starting centre-backs. I just have to shout out Luke Shaw, though. Luke Shaw this season, not only has he looked exceptional at left back, but when he's been called upon in recent weeks, which is a big bonus playing at centre back, he's looked amazing. Like in this totally different role that he's not used to, and I would not be surprised to see him utilised there against Barcelona in the first leg, when of course Lisandro Martinez is banned. I think that he offers something totally different with his left foot and his ability to drive into midfield, and I think that has definitely surprised Erik Ten Hag, and I do worry for one of Lindelof or Maguire that could be sort of a bit long-term thinking.
Yeah, I think he was formidable, wasn't he, against Wolves and Forest. I actually did forget about a few of the big chances that Bournemouth had, but maybe David De Gea making the most of it, but did pull off a few good saves, actually. So, do you reckon, apart from Haaland, contender for signing this season, Casemiro? So we do have to take him out of the equation, don't we? Because he does ruin a lot of arguments like this.
Jesus is up there.
Premier League signing this season,
by the way. I think Gabby Jesus is definitely up there. I think Sven Botman is up there. Definitely flying under the radar given how amazing Newcastle's backline has been so far this season.
They have been great as a unit though, haven't they? I also think Fabian Schär has been superb.
Yeah, Fabian Schär has definitely been up there. But yeah, I mean, Haaland aside, then he's definitely a contender, and he's definitely changed the fortunes of the entire club just in his role, effectively.
I think if we're talking transformative signings, he's definitely in the top 3, isn't he? But what do you lot think at home? Let us know your signing of the season, brackets, except Haaland, close brackets, in the comments below. And make sure you stick around for our losers, which should be dropping on your sub feed very, very soon. Goodbye.